Today we're going to show you a really cool upcycling project. Why would you want to do it? Well, if you've got loads of wall space and you need to deal with it, this is a very inexpensive way to deal with it, plus it's really funky. It's also a great way to reuse tyres, plus to add a whole lot of glamour to a boring wall. What you will need: 3 old tyres, PVA paint, choose the colour of your choice, 3 times 640mm ladder brackets, 6 times 80mm nail and anchors, that's the screw and the plug, potting soil and plants. The tools you're going to need is a drill, 10mm masonry drill bit, a trowel, a bucket, a paintbrush and a hammer. Step 1, we need to drill some holes in the bottom of the tyre. Once the holes have been drilled, wash the tyre off using a good detergent. Allow it to dry, and then the next step is getting to paint it. Using a PVA paint, apply 2 liberal coats of the PVA, obviously allowing to dry in between the coats. Next step is to attach the ladder bracket onto the wall. We need to position it where we're wanting it in our desired location. Take a pencil and just simply mark it off. Once we've got that, we then take our drill and we're going to drill 2 holes in here at least 100mm in depth. Next step is to place the plugs in the hole, place the bracket over them, pop the screws in, and then knock them into place. Once it's in place, we can now get the tyre and attach it. Simply take the tyre and hook it on to the ladder bracket, ensuring, of course, that your drainage holes are at the bottom. Next up, we get to the planting. I've got plain potting soil to go into the tyre, and that's very important that you're only using potting soil. What we need to do is to add a small amount into the tyre. Don't fill it up all the way because we've still got to put plants in here. Why are we using plain potting soil? Well, that's because it has the right drainage and it's lightweight as well because it's bark based. So in it goes. And use a little trowel for this because it makes life a whole lot easier. Once I've filled it up halfway, I then start planting. I'm going to fill my tyre with beautiful fuchsias. This is called Fuchsia thalii, and you can see it's got these lovely long tubular flowers. Most fuchsias will be able to cope with a morning sun and not the afternoon sun. That is very, very important. So it's morning sun, afternoon shade, or even a dappled shade. They require quite large amounts of water, which is also important that in the beginning stages of growing that you keep them well watered, and that would be probably twice or even 3 times a week. Once you've got your fuchsias in place, take some more potting soil, take a small trowelful, and then you want to get into the little gaps where you have missed. Once you've added it in, take the back end of the trowel and firm the soil in to make sure that you're covering any air pockets. Remember, everything that you need for this project, which includes the brackets, the paints and the awesome plants, are all available from your local builders.